So today we want to wrap up by talking about the onboarding process of what you can expect when you come in the door at Open Door. Um, when we come in for therapy, one of the places we start with is initially that consultation session, where one of our therapists, primarily me, but we're actually training up to make it more than just me, actually sits down with you to kind of talk about the expectations of therapy, right? And even in the therapeutic process, let's talk about expectations. We all have expectations, all right? And those expectations set us up for success or failure. And ultimately, and unfortunately, oftentimes we don't communicate our expectations based on fears or based on feeling as if we will even owe someone if we lay these out there, or that will be rejected because they won't follow through with our expectations, right? So there's a saying in the book, and I love it. It's unmet, uncommunicated expectations leads to premeditated resentment. And guys, that is so incredibly true. Nicole McAdam used to say that all the time, and she says she stole it from somewhere else, and who knows where it came from, but wherever it did, thank you. So I want to throw this out there to say what you can expect when you come to the door is a consultation, and then you'll come in for some paperwork, right? So if you choose to stay with us, we'll have you fill out some paperwork at that session. You'll turn that in, and then we'll go to schedule, right? Scheduling is a complicated thing, and it's very difficult, especially when you look at couples and families and the coordinating of schedules. We have your schedule to coordinate, our schedule to coordinate, and boy, oh boy, it gets difficult. So what we have is a couple of different things to look at. Our marriage or our family team meeting processes to include and incorporate every single person involved in the care. We recommend when you come in that we do one of two things. One, if you can in fact know that your therapist is unbiased, we could do the process with one therapist, right? If you have questions of are they biased towards one individual or another, we recommend that you include two therapists in the mix based on the fact of everyone having their personal advocate, because then there's no question, right? Now, your therapist is not biased, especially if they work here. I don't know about other therapy offices, but if they work here, we're not biased. We're not biased towards one person or another. We are biased towards the truth and helping you guys see what is actually going on in your therapeutic process, right? Which means we may confront the husband one day, we may confront the wife another day, we may mix it up and confront all of you on the same day, depending upon what's going on. But know that if you choose one therapist, we typically would like to have that fall in place to an 1.5-hour session, because it's a lot to cover in 1 hour. We may not be able to do that, because if you do choose the 1.5-hour option, then guess what? You're going to pay for an 1.5 hours. Okay? If you choose two therapists, you're going to pay for 1 hour with two therapists, right? We're not trying to make life difficult on you. What we're trying to do is cover the cost here. And to cover those costs, we have to get paid. So there's give and take on all sides. One therapist for an 1.5 hours is hard to schedule. Two therapists for 1 hour is even harder to schedule. Okay, no matter what, if you can be flexible, recognize that for these 32 to 36 hours, that's what the entire program is, 32 to 36 hours. Okay, it's almost less than 2 days, okay, of your life. All right, it is not that hard to give up that time. I don't care what you have to change, but we are expecting that you will make some sacrifice to make it happen. You know, so expectations, we want to lay it out, be very clear. We want you to work. Okay, we want you to know that therapy is work. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It will be glacially slow, but leave an impact on your environment. To recap, what you have to look forward to when you come to Open Door is you're going to come in for your consultation. You're going to meet with one of our therapists on our team. 2, you're going to then fill out some paperwork if you've decided to come seek care here, which we hope you have. All right, as you fill out that paperwork, we're going to bring you in and you're going to do your intake session. Those are extremely methodical. They're not therapy, they are solely information seeking. You're going to come in, you're going to be ready to roll, and we're going to say, hold up, please. We know you're ready to go. We're going to ask a lot of questions. We're going to start by going through some different tests that we have you do. There's typically 4, which we're going to want you to do. First and foremost is the Enneagram or the DISC assessment, which is a personality assessment. They're huge. We talk about them in the book. Second, we're going to have you do an attachment assessment, which is great because it's going to show us behavioral patterns on how you've attached from early childhood. All right. Third, we're going to have you go through the 5 love language assessments. All right. And whenever we say that, there's literally like 5 of them. So when you do them, it will be multiple different assessments that you're going to do just for the love language assessments. Great information on how you receive love, on how you process anger, on how you look at just life in general, all right, on how you forgive even. It's great stuff. Lastly, we're going to have you do what is called the TAQ, all right, which is the Trauma Antecedents Questionnaire. It's going to walk you through a lot of different questions, and then your therapist is going to kind of score that at the end to kind of see what trauma you have in your history. And it looks all the way back from very, very early childhood all the way through. And what it is we hope to actually incorporate all of these things with every single person that comes through. So you're going to feel like you're doing a lot, and you are, and it's giving us a lot of information, which it is. And then after that, you start your actual therapy at Open Door. So know that it's a difficult process. Scheduling is a bear. And you know what? Just work with these guys, because let me tell you something, and I'm pointing to these guys as our front desk workers who are awesome. All right. They have your best interest at heart, and they try very diligently to coordinate a lot of different pieces to make a schedule work. So know that from the very beginning, we love you, we're here for you, and when you're going through different things, remember, every tool helps. So thanks so much, and see you at Open Door.